Welcome to the Deuterostomia, the last of the Kingdom Animalia lectures.
So here are some general tips for working with the narrative PowerPoints. If you need more specific help, please see the file and Dropbox called Help with Narrated PowerPoints. And if that still doesn't work, feel free to email Professor Dempsey or Professor Turley and we will work with you to fix whatever issues you're experiencing. So these PowerPoints are a joint product that Professor Dempsey and myself, Professor Turley, have been putting together over the course of several years. We've worked together in an effort to bring you, the student, the best possible learning experience. We are both firm believers in the hypothesis that two heads are better than one, and that working together makes for a more well-rounded curriculum for you guys. So whether you have Professor Dempsey narrating a lecture or lab PowerPoint or myself narrating them, it really doesn't matter because we both stand behind this product. Just as a heads up, we both work at more than one campus, so on occasion you may hear references to other campuses that you are not located at. Not to worry. You may hear references to Northlake College or Collin College or even Grayson College because we pull resources from all of the campuses we work at in order to provide you guys with the best possible experience. So don't worry if you hear a reference to a campus that you're not located at. It's not a big deal. Another thing, textbooks updates will always trump the PowerPoints. So if you have the most current edition of the textbook and it disagrees with the PowerPoint, the textbook is what we will default to for lecture. If you come across anything like this, shoot Professor Dempsey or myself an email and we will look into it. Instructor announcements of any updates will also always trump the PowerPoints. So if you're in an in-person class, please attend class. It's very important so that you can get the announcements. If you are an online class, please pay attention to Blackboard announcements and to emails because we will contact you with any new information. If you spot an error in the material, feel free to shoot us an email and let us know. We are all about fixing mistakes. Now, granted, if there's a comma missing in this sentence, we probably aren't going to jump on that quite as fast as if it's a content error, but regardless, we do like to fix errors, so just let us know and we'll get to work on them. So here are the objectives for this presentation. Please read through them. At the end of the presentation, if you cannot complete these objectives, please go back through the presentation and re-watch the areas that you're struggling with.
So here, as we begin our discussion of the Deuterostomia, it's probably important that we figure out what the Deuterostomia is. So we know that they're not the metazoa. Well, they're in the metazoa, but we're not stopping off here just into the periphery. So that was just our sponges, our calcarea and silicea. And then we came over into the eumetazoa, so we know we've got true tissued animals. And then we stopped over here into the bilateria. They're, for the most part, are bilaterally symmetrical. And then we stopped off into Lophotrochozoa, which, remember, are the organisms that are characterized by having a lopophore or trochozoa larvae, or, well, neither. And then it's not the ecdysozoa. They were characterized by molting. These are the Deuterostomia, which is what? The Deuterostomia is broken down into two phyla. Phylum Echinodermata, the spiny-skinned animals, and the chordates, phylum Chordata. And it's DNA evidence that supports this clade, or this separation of the bilateria. It does include most of, but not all of, the deuterostomes.